Hi Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Solaris Studio. I am Karo and I'm here to bring your eclipse reading. So, lunar eclipse in your sign, and I am performing the reading today on the eclipse day. Very curious to see what energies will come out for you. Now, let's shuffle our cards and see what we need to know, what energies are around Pisces consciousness, and of course, usual reminders. It may or may not resonate, my friends, because it's a general reading. You can watch it for your sun, moon, or rising sign. For me, all is okay. Just find out what works for you. And if you have personal questions, find me on my YouTube live streams. Karo is answering your tarot questions, and feel free to ask your question there. They work with paid donations, and that's why please check the description box below to see how things operate in our channel. Okay. Thank you. And let's see your first card, Pisces friends. Our first message is Page of Swords. Wow. Page of Swords. He's here. He's here. Yeah. Empress. Empress. And oh wow, Five of Wands. There you go. Five of Wands. Let's see the bottom of the deck too. Two of Swords. Okay. Now I have Lenormand's here, so we can also, I think, clarify a few cards. But it's a eclipse in your sign, so I find it to be quite important. So I will try to bring as much as as much clarity I can. Okay, so what do we have here now? Okay, so it's like there is some sort of argument around you, and a conflict, but there can be more than two people involved in that. Can be around family, can be around friends, colleagues, workspace, uh, like in a group, and it's like you are trying to ask the most maybe crucial question. One, you want to get the most groundbreaking viewpoint. So it can be very striking and maybe like close the subject forever, or bring some kind of a pause so that people can stop arguing, um, or bickering. So some solution, it can give away give the solution away. But thing is that I think your position here, because you seem to me a bit very hesitating if you really need to get involved all of these, um because it can be about your self image, like what image you will be displaying there, especially of course if you are a Pisces rising. um so what type of, that identity, that self image, that body, the way that you step into world, like how you gonna make that um move, with uh all the qualities that the world sees you, how they will perceive me. But here in the situation, there can be that versions of old Pisces or Piscean self. Here, actually, this is you about to step into a new expression. Okay, this is why these things happening. So I think it starts with a kind of a curiosity. Okay, so there is a curiosity, a sudden question arrives. Okay, it can be around the ongoing situation, or lately you had something and the curiosity arises. And like you are questioning this, like observing, getting new perspectives. Mm, like what my role can be in this, what role I can play in this. Um, Actually, deep down, you want to get into that growth zone, that life creating, abundant, creative zone. Like there is a place there where you can personally bloom, actually. And there is this self of you that wants to step into a more radiant version of you, like you become more nurturing there, more fertile, more abundant, there is this also version of you, like you are curious to ask these questions also. Is this thing can really support that future self I want to build? Like this can be even owning a business, for instance, to make it like your own brand, or because you want to step into a role there. This is what you are, I think, searching in this reading. Even in the relationship, you may be questioning your role. You may want to play a more feminine role, maybe, okay, Empress, or like a life creating role. Or you want to be like more sensual and you don't want to feel ashamed for what you are, who you are. Those side of you that you have to suppress, um, cancel the questions. Now it wants those pathways, like neural pathways, like they want to make pathways. But the conflict, that internal and external conflict, uh, is there. So you also likely to see other competing identities there. Okay, identities competing card, let's say. Yeah, opinions competing energy, or there are desire, a lot of desire creating tension. And the problem maybe here is like Two of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. I am hesitating, not really sure. Do I have to see it, or just keep my eyes closed and do what I have to do? So you may at this time struggle with decisions about who you want to be, and which path to take, how to express yourself. I think, uh, and you are getting a lot of, um, I think, sensation from career, home domestics, and partner, like, um, or possible relationships. Like, this can be literally a rebirth of your identity, with all these subjects actually being eclipsed. Um, you may feel like pulling towards so many directions, and like what I'm gonna commit here. But I want to commit the ways that can bring me growth. I want to commit the ways that can bring me beauty, okay? Good nurturing energy. I want to come forward in that way. And for this, shall I go learn, ask the crucial, unwanted, even difficult questions? Shall I go and ask those questions? I want to research, I want to learn, I want to experiment. So it's like, let me experiment, let me research. It's okay if I don't have the all answers yet. Allowing myself. Some answers do not want to come forward at this time. But this cycle, I think, more of like initiating, searching for that identity. Identity is actually from a more, Eastern philosophical viewpoint. It's actually a build-up structure, but it works when it comes to our life out there in the world, right? Our role and the whole, like, actually, uh, in some centuries, the whole Western psychological elements is actually analyzes that identity, which is like built up. But of course, as this is in the end, tarot and this work is a spiritual tool. We know that there is always something behind that build up identity, but that identity is needed because we're gonna use it, that persona, right? Like for the other world. And you can have many roles in life. You can have many personas. You can have the mother role. You can be the uh, boss role. You can be the lover role. You can have the friend role. Because in these roles, you become really sometimes different people. Uh, it's just the integration, I think, sometimes the problem here. So here, I think, yes, the Empress is like a very good role, uh, and that's how we can shape our tangible world, right? It's a very good energy. But of course, a Pisces person will know there are also things beyond what is visible and forces also working, right? So here I think you have no doubt about that forces at work. But here you try to integrate yourself as that Pisces energy. You are trying to root yourself. I think. Um, don't be afraid of curiosity. It's okay to have not all the answers right now. It's okay for you to explore new ideas, new styles, new ways of expressing yourself, new outlets, if there is something you got to nurture, like pursue, embrace with regards to your nurturing power, your creative power, um, this eclipse can help you to plant those seeds for these things, and it that you can discover many abundant ways. And don't forget, in life, conflict can really take us to way forward. So we are not afraid of those conflicts at this time. These needs to surface. So this is not an unnecessary conflict actually, and but it's gonna show up as a friction, which is going to shed that old skin for you. That's how we can maybe put it. Um, and your clarity will come when you grow into this cycle now, this new story. So that's why um, your story, when I compare it with other signs, um, you are the sign, as this is also happening in your own sign. So you are the sign who is going to set the tone for um, this eclipse, and gonna mirror like everyone actually, right? You're gonna mirror everyone, like it's lunar, so it's very moon, right? So you're gonna mirror, you are a big mirror at this time. um so you can also, as a collective role, I think, dissolve um illusions. You can bring endings. You can initiate things. Like you can be mirror for breakthroughs. Of course, as a Piscean energy, I'm saying, not individually speaking. Um, so I'm gonna take this more of like a turning point. Um, sometimes what you got from eclipse is all finalization, but also new beginning. But finalizes and begins does not happen, of course, at the same time. But I think the beauty of this eclipse is like when you find the ending and revelation, it automatically brings that fresh path. This is the difference, I think, of this one. And if we are able to see that fresh path, I think this would be wonderful. Would be wonderful. And as a Piscean person, if you are able to see that, then cherry, double chocolate cake, cherry on top, and all that good stuff. So that's what I have for you. I just wonder. No, I think it's okay. I think you got the message. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, for